The Horn of Africa, often in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. For decades, Ethiopia and Somalia have been neighbors in conflict, their history marked by war and mistrust. But now, something is changing. Leaders in Mogadishu and Addis Ababa are talking about partnership, not rivalry. This isn't just about politicians. It's about real people. Farmers, students, families, hoping for peace. Today, October 18th, 2025, could mark a turning point for over 100 million people. The world is watching, wondering, is this the real deal or just another false start? The stakes are enormous. Peace here could transform the entire region. Imagine a Horn of Africa where trade, energy, and opportunity flow freely. But old wounds run deep, and the risks are real. Can these two countries truly move past generations of suspicion? The potential is huge. A stable, cooperative Horn could be a powerhouse. But pitfalls remain: political spoilers, extremism, and the weight of history. This is a story of hope, but it's hope with eyes wide open. The journey ahead will be tough, but for the first time in a long time, there's a real chance for change. To understand this new partnership, we have to look back. Somalia and Ethiopia's history is a saga of rivalry, most famously, the Ogaden War of the 1970s. Somalia invaded to reclaim land inhabited by ethnic Somalis, but Ethiopia, backed by the Soviets and Cubans, pushed back hard. The war left scars that shaped both nations for decades. When Somalia's government collapsed in 1991, chaos followed, and Ethiopia intervened repeatedly, sometimes to fight extremists, sometimes to influence Somali politics. Each side saw the other as a threat. Ethiopia feared Somali nationalism. Somalia feared Ethiopian dominance. Both accused each other of supporting rebels, fueling a cycle of mistrust. There were brief moments of hope, but they never lasted. The past was always there, haunting every attempt at cooperation. This isn't just about forgetting old fights. It's about changing how they see each other. The ghosts of the Ogaden War and years of intervention still linger. For this new partnership to work, it must be strong enough to finally lay those ghosts to rest. It's a monumental task, but that's what makes this moment so significant. The mountain of history is steep, but the summit might finally be in sight. Can they climb it together? Then came the visit. Somalia's president in Addis Ababa, standing beside Ethiopia's prime minister. This wasn't just a handshake. It was an attempt to shake off decades of animosity. They spoke of brotherhood, shared destiny, and a new era. The agenda was ambitious, but two priorities stood out: security and energy. On security, they pledged to fight extremist groups like Al-Shabaab together, sharing intelligence and coordinating operations. This is a game changer, finally focusing on the real enemy, not each other. On energy, Ethiopia's Grand Renaissance Dam could power the region, while Somalia desperately needs reliable electricity. The plan: connect Ethiopia's grid to Somalia's cities, making them partners in progress. This isn't just about selling power, it's about linking their futures. Economic interdependence makes it harder to return to old hostilities. When your neighbor controls your light switch, you're more likely to keep the peace. This summit was more than symbolism. It was a blueprint for a new relationship. The region felt the tremor, a handshake that could reshape the Horn. But can words become reality? Energy is more than just electricity. It's the key to unlocking Somalia's future. Right now, most Somalis rely on expensive, polluting diesel generators. This keeps businesses small, hospitals struggling, and progress stalled. Ethiopia's Grand Renaissance Dam could change everything. With surplus power, Ethiopia plans to export electricity across the region, Somalia included. The Vision high-voltage lines stretching from Ethiopia into Somali cities, bringing affordable, clean energy. This would be transformative. Factories could run, hospitals could save lives, and new businesses could thrive. But building this infrastructure requires investment, expertise, and above all, security. If they succeed, Somalia could finally break free from energy poverty. More than that, shared power grids create shared destinies. When countries depend on each other for something as vital as electricity, cooperation becomes essential. This is about more than keeping the lights on. It's about building trust. By sharing energy, Somalia and Ethiopia are taking a concrete step away from conflict. Their futures, quite literally, become intertwined. It's a powerful symbol of hope for the whole region. Security is the other pillar of this partnership. Both countries face a common enemy, Al-Shabaab, a group thriving on chaos and division. In the past, mistrust made joint action impossible. Ethiopian interventions were seen as self-serving, and Al-Shabaab exploited these divisions. Now, the plan is different. Real intelligence sharing, joint operations, and coordinated border security. Imagine Ethiopian and Somali officers planning missions together, stopping attacks before they happen. A united front takes away Al-Shabaab's best weapon division. This isn't just about fighting. It's about building a stable environment where governments can serve their people. More security means more development, which means even more stability. By working together, Somalia and Ethiopia can finally break the cycle of violence. This partnership is about more than defeating an enemy. It's about building lasting peace. The stakes couldn't be higher. If they succeed, the whole region benefits. If they fail, old patterns could return. So, what's next for the Horn of Africa? This partnership is more than a political deal. It's a chance to rewrite the region's story. If it works, foreign investment could pour in, jobs could be created, and economies could grow. But most importantly, it's about people, fishermen, entrepreneurs, students, and families, finally seeing a future beyond conflict. The risks are real. Spoilers, extremists, and old mistrust won't disappear overnight. This alliance will be tested again and again. Its success depends on the commitment of leaders and the will of the people. Can they trust each other? Can they build something lasting? The world is watching, hoping this new dawn is real. For the people of Somalia and Ethiopia, it could mean everything: peace, prosperity, and a future worthy of their dreams. The journey is just beginning. The stakes are high, but so is the hope. This is a fragile moment, but it's also full of promise. If they succeed, the Horn of Africa could become a beacon for the continent. The next chapter is theirs to write.